Yo, day 24, quads and calves today, I believe it is. So, that's always a fun time. Get the squat and stuff, you know the dealio. But, on to the discussion of today. So, it's basically a kind of a poetic thing, I don't really know. But, it's basically, it goes, tough times create tough men create good times create weak men create tough times. And it just kind of goes in a loop. And I think it's kind of like it goes from like one generation to the other. It really just depends on how you outlook that, because I mean, you don't have to follow in that kind of rotation, but that's just kind of how naturally people and families tend to be. Because I mean, say you have like a rich dad, or like that has a bunch of money and stuff. Obviously it's gonna create good times, but he was also had to be a tough man, like tough guy, to get to where he was at and how successful he is. So that creates the good times, which you're growing up with, but you're not really getting that, like the difficulty in actually achieving something worthwhile. You're just kind of handed everything at your fingertips, you know? Whatever you want, you get, you know? And I mean, that's just, it's gonna result in you being a weak dude. Like weak spirit, you know? I mean, you're not gonna ever have fought for anything unless, which I think is a really good way of parenting. Like, even if you do have all the money in the world, you know, like, you still gotta stand on values to teach your kids, just in case. I mean, what if y'all all of a sudden go bankrupt or whatever? Like, they'll not know like how to live other than just getting like freaking handouts and stuff. So they're not gonna even be able to build anything for themselves, which is gonna, I mean, it's gonna create tough times, you know? And then those tough times, if that guy has a kid, if you have a kid, it's gonna be tough for him, you know? But within those tough times, that kid is born into a tougher guy, you know? Which which creates like more drive in someone, just more tenacity towards life, because he knows nothing is handed to him, you know? Like, he has to work for it. He has to work for what he gets. And yeah, it's just kind of a loop. But I mean, you don't have to be a victim of it, you know? Like, you can grow up rich and stuff and have all that, but nowadays, honestly, social media is kind of hammering people for that, because I mean, and it's pretty stupid, because like, I don't know, because you can't control how you grow up and how your parents are, you know? So I mean, to be judged on having all this money and like having it easy in life, I mean, yeah, it's cool and all, or yeah, like some people may be jealous, but like, it's not their fault that their parents have all this stuff, you know? But it is their fault if they're bragging about all of that and like saying how it's theirs and like how they did it, because it's not. It's their parents, and like everything made for them is from their parents. But I mean, if you're humble about it, you know, like, people shouldn't give a shit, because like, you're not bragging, you're not boasting about it, like, you're just kind of living the higher life, you know? But I can see definitely how a lot of people can get pretty jealous about people like that, because you got to be pretty lucky, I guess, in the lottery of families. but yeah, you can always be like tough, you know? I mean, everybody goes through adversity, you know? It's just a matter of what adversity it is and how you deal with it. Like, obviously people, or not obviously, but like most people, like, that have the good times, you know, they're not going to be nearly as able to withstand those tough times. Like, they're just going to give up, and because they can fall back on like that money or just like whatever, you know, unlike other people where they have to keep pushing, they have to keep grinding, they have to keep pushing toward this goal or work or whatever it is, because they don't have that fallback. Like, they just gotta do what they gotta do to put money on the table sometimes, you know? So, but I mean, yeah, if you're like a successful parent or whatever, like, it is cool. It is, I can see how it is really hard for those parents to like not be so generous, because like, you have all this shit but you're not giving it to your kid. But like, that's how you build them into a strong like man, you know, like into a strong person that can do shit for themselves. They don't have to rely on daddy's money, you know? So, yeah, that's just kind of my thing for today. I don't know what you can really take from it, but I guess if you're a parent, I don't know, taking advice from a 22-year-old, maybe, I don't know. Because, I mean, my parents, they're both teachers, but they kind of really gave me whatever I needed. I mean, I also was a single child, but I mean, that probably played a difference too, because I'm like their only kid. But I mean, my dad, he grew up with like some money, or not a lot. I mean, I don't know how much, but my grandpa, he worked his ass off. He fought in Nam. He was a TI guy. Like, he fucking worked his whole fucking life grinding for my dad, you know? I mean, for him to have a successful life and stuff. But I mean, he was also really fucking hard on him too, because like, even if you get all the stuff, you gotta learn the lessons along with it. It's not just all about, here you go, oh, if you fail, you're fine, or whatever, you know? Like, you have to learn these life lessons without the money getting tied into it, you know? So, but yeah, in turn, my parents are both like teachers, so they didn't have as much money as my dad's parents, but I mean, they still taught me based on the same standards, you know? I mean, they're pretty strict on me as a kid, but I mean, I'm definitely learning to appreciate it now, because I mean, I'm able to fight through a lot of challenging things in life, you know, just being able to keep going. And without those teachings and lessons that I learned early on, just these little things, you know, being grateful for what you have, you know, not taking people for granted, not taking things you have for granted, because it could all go away, you know? Like, you gotta be grateful what you have in life and just make the most of it. But yeah, with that said, we're gonna go hit some freaking legs, boy. I gotta hit some freaking pre, because I've been asleep all day, bruh. I've literally yawned like 20 times probably in the span of my 4 classes today. I don't know, probably more than 20, honestly. It was like 5 or I don't know, probably like 20. Maybe a little less, I don't know. But anyway, I will, I'm about to slurp this down, and I will, see you in a bit. Peace. Yo, just got done with the freaking workout, boy. Oh, shit. Scared the freak out of me. But yeah, brain feels absolutely fried, so I would consider that a pretty good workout, if I do say so myself. Oh, shit. Damn. That could have been bad. Good thing I have cat-like reflexes. But anyway, I saw the brother Nate up there again, so it's always fun. Ooh, I didn't end up, or we did a couple sets of calves together, and then we went to our separate ways. Boy, get the hell out of here, boy. People do not have quite the cat reflexes like I possess, unfortunately. Jeez, Manelli. Excuse me. Alrighty. Well then. AI. AI is cooked. AI slop is cooked, bruh. Everyone, like, nothing is authentic nowadays, bro. And I think, like, it's gonna go and it's like going up, and then it's gonna eventually go back down exponentially like it went up, because I've been seeing a lot of videos on like the programming, the software like power that these AI machines need to run, and with like all of the updates, and like they just keep getting better and better. They need more space and storage and like shit to run. So, and that's costing like billions and billions of dollars now to even like put it all together. And I mean, what happens when, I mean, AI just like gets to the point of like, how are we even gonna invest? Or not invest, but like, how are you even gonna use or get all that money to put into it? You're gonna have to fucking dip into some major stacks of money. But like, oh my, that's just gonna raise inflation even more than it already is on the uptrend, you know? Like, inflation's bad enough when the government's just gonna keep making money to keep producing this AI giant. I mean, it's just gonna get worse for the actual, like, real people trying to freaking make a living, like an honest living, you know? The AI is freaking taking over all our jobs and shit. Like, it's either gonna end up AI is just taking over, or people are gonna have to take a stand and shut that shit down eventually. Not right now, because it's like still on the come up, but I mean, the ceiling is, I feel like it's close, you know? Like, it's, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, you know? Like, the top AI scientists or whatever, they say that humanity has or AI has a 20% chance of ending humanity. So that's fun. So 1 in 5 chance of that. So hopefully we're the multiverse that does not get wiped out. Hopefully we can take a stand and freaking do something about this shit, because like, there's gonna be a point where the shit just we're not gonna be able to do anything about all of the shit, because it's just all done for us and just right at the tip of our fingers. And I don't know about y'all, but like, I mean, like, how are we gonna keep progressing as a society if we just give everything to AI to do for us? We're just gonna become fat slob idiots that can't think for themselves. And exactly what the higher-ups want us to do. They just want us to be little workers nowadays, and we're eventually going to evolve into not workers that just freaking sit around all the time doing absolutely jack. It's going to be like WALL-E. Freaking, you know, all those freaking fat people on the planet, and they're just sitting around and on their computers and have the wheelchairs and shit that control them and stuff. That's gonna be us if things keep going the way they're going, because I don't know, I just like can't see AI as being good for long-term humanity's sake, you know, like there's gonna be a point. There's gonna be a point to where it's just like either this side or the other. It's gonna be like a revolution, like a revolutionary war on AI and humans. Like, it sounds insane, but like, what's it gonna end up like? You know, I mean, what's it gonna be in 5 years? Like, the AI's already progressed so freaking much over the last 3-4 years even, and like, I don't know, bro. It's scary. It is scary. So that's why I think coming out with this kind of content is gonna be benefit. I don't know how much I just lost, but as I was saying, I mean, it's gonna get to a point where everyone's just fat and stupid and can't think for themselves. So I'm trying to give valuable information to the people who don't want to end up like that. And I think there's going to be a point where